What's up, YouTube? It's Joel here. We've got your 4 stimulus check update, and yes, surprising new stimulus checks coming your way to millions of Americans. And good news concerning another 4 stimulus check that lawmakers are working on right now. We've got some pretty upsetting news for 18 states that are canceling the federal extended unemployment benefits. We will list out all of those states, so if this affects your state, then you'll know. We have good news that's finally coming to life for those on SSI, SSDI, Social Security about getting more money to them, laying down the groundwork for the huge increase coming their way of not just to $547 to get the average payout to 125% of the federal poverty line, but a huge $200 plus increase on top of that. This is your stimulus and economic news update, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I just want to say, y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for all of the support. I appreciate every one of you that likes, comments the videos, and I really appreciate just growing the True Life Investing channel. And please, if anyone asks you for any personal info or to contact them on WhatsApp for Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, it's not me, it's fake. Please don't do it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all stimulus and economic news that affects you and learn how to build some wealth. So let's get right into it. We have a new batch of checks that has just gone out from the IRS. This new batch includes more than 960,000 checks representing more than $1.8 billion, and about 500,000 of those payments were made via direct deposit, while the rest were made via paper check. So if you were one of the ones who has still not got your 3rd stimulus check, then you should be seeing it very soon. This is actually their 9th batch the IRS has sent out to Americans. And you know, you really want to be in that first batch, but thankfully, if you've got it, you got it. So it should be hitting your bank account very soon. The payments included about 460,000 plus up payments worth more than $800 million to people who were due additional money once the IRS processed their 2020 tax returns. It also included more than 500,000 checks representing more than $1 billion to people who the IRS did not previously have on record and who have recently filed tax returns. So remember, the tax deadline to file your tax returns is May 17th, so you don't have much time. But the biggest thing is that if you have not filed your 2020 tax return, you need to do that now so that you can get the stimulus that's owed to you. It doesn't matter if you have income or not. You need to call a professional tax CPA, H&R Block, it doesn't matter, or do it online through TurboTax, but get your 2020 return completed so that you can get all the stimulus that's owed to you. Because if you don't, all it's going to be doing is sitting in the federal bank account. And I feel like you'd rather have it in your bank account. Even if you're on Social Security or SSI or SSDI, the Social Security Administration has said, even if you have no income coming in whatsoever, go and file a tax return. On the plus side, if you live in the state of California and you make less than $75,000 per year, you got Governor Newsom, who is in the process, they're trying to recall this dude. He's trying to hook some people up and is working to send the Californians another $600 stimulus check. Now, I'm not talking about the first round of stimulus checks that were sent out at the beginning of this year in California. No, but they're going to do another second round of stimulus checks sent to Californians. This is going to cover about 2/3 of all people living in California. State officials said that the expanded program, combined with the first round and the second round, is going to provide the much needed financial assistance to Californians. Other states are actually looking at doing this as well with additional stimulus funds that they are receiving from the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan. But concerning the 4th stimulus check, there is the case now that we need at least one more stimulus check to get people back on track. Reason being, with retail sales making a drop because stimulus money is already being spent out, you've got that data. It's also showing that the only reason we had a pretty good April in terms of retail is because of the stimulus. What would have happened if there was no stimulus on top of that? We had a pretty bad jobs report for April. Instead of making the forecasted like 1 million new jobs, they made only like a quarter of that. And because of that, you've got states who are now ending extended federal unemployment aid checks to people in these states because they're saying that they feel that this extra unemployment aid is contributing to the slow jobs growth. Now, if you live in one of these states, be ready because they're going to be ending this extended unemployment aid in either June or July, depending upon the state that you live in. But those states are Alabama, Arizona, Alaska, Arkansas, Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, North Dakota, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, West Virginia, and Wyoming. Now remember, these states are all different, but they are planning to cancel their extended benefits before summer ends. But this is where I want to bring in that this could actually be a benefit to getting another stimulus check. For everyone, those working and not working, we want everyone that can work to work. That's what gets the economy back to where it's supposed to be at. We want to make sure we can also take care of those that aren't able to work. And so there is a large number of people that are able to work. So if they can get a job, that's great. But then if we can get another stimulus check sent out to everyone, that's great. So this is where the case for one more stimulus check is coming into play, and that's what's being talked about. Pelosi is super optimistic about getting us another bill by July 4th. This is where we can see the other 4 stimulus check coming into play. Things will most likely get done by budget reconciliation because we know no GOP is supporting anything that the Democrats are doing at the scale that they're doing it at when it comes to their new stimulus packages. Now, they can do this 2 more times this year and make it happen with simple majority, so they don't need any GOP support in the Senate to actually get these bills passed. This is where the 4th stimulus check is coming into play. If sales are down, jobs are down, they're cutting unemployment benefits because they say it's keeping people staying at home rather than going out and getting a job. This is where it gives enormous weight to remove those extra federal unemployment benefits, but go ahead and take care of more people with adding another stimulus check. Because if money is not being used for the federal unemployment aid, we saw that the stimulus boosted sales. And we know that people still need some immediate relief. And this is where Vice President Kamala Harris, her new $2,000 stimulus check bill is coming into place coincidentally, right? This is great news because all of the pieces are falling into place for us to get another stimulus check. This is where you've got a lot of lawmakers in the Senate, in the House that are saying, hey, we need to get people more faster immediate relief. And this is where Kamala Harris said, hey, I want to get people stimulus checks immediately. I want to get them money hitting their bank accounts, not just going through these tax credits. That's why they came out with this new bill. So now you see where everything's coming into play. So let me know how you feel about what's going on with the unemployment stimulus and jobs in terms of not hitting that jobs as much as we want to hit, but also those 4 stimulus checks. Now on to the increase for Social Security, SSI, and SSDI. I know there's so many people that are looking forward to this. We've got so much data that is backing up from Biden, from the Senate, from the House of saying, okay, this is what needs to be done. This is what we have in the bill, and this is what we want to make happen. Because in 2020, Social Security cost of living adjustment was only 1.3%. Yet many of the costs that a lot of the seniors face, everything's getting more expensive and is getting expensive fast. In 2021, the estimated average monthly benefit increased by only $20 per month. And a lot of these expenses are dramatically increasing every single year. And this is coming from the Consumer Price Index data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. From March 2020 to March 2021, the fastest rising cost was car and truck rentals, which went up by 31%. That was followed by like laundry equipment, which climbed 24%, gasoline 22%, and home heating, all that 20%. And some prices like even, prescription drugs, even medical costs, they stayed pretty consistent, But physician services, they climbed over 5%. So you see, everything is showing that the prices are going up, but we're not taking care of those on Social Security like we should be in order to keep with inflation and keep with the rising costs. Because older Americans, most of them live on a fixed budget, which typically includes Social Security benefits. And having to absorb all these higher costs hits them super hard. And with inflation rising super fast right now, everybody's talking about it. What's going on? That all their new cost of adjustment living increase, it's disappearing like that. This is where getting the average payout from $794 from the federal government raised to $1341 per month. This is coming from Biden in his plan. On top of that, raising the cost of living adjustment to where it's over 5% per year. And on top of that, there's new reports adding an additional $200 for the first year to get them where they need to be at is what we're talking about. Now we're talking about $1541 being the average payout from the federal government, not $794. You're literally talking about almost doubling what they're receiving right now. And this is where they're going to be getting people the help that they need, especially when it comes to all these rising costs. This would put Social Security beneficiaries in a place to actually be able to afford everything that's getting more expensive and just living your day-to-day lives, and for them to be able to take care of themselves and their families. So let me know your thoughts about these new changes and how it could help you out and help out American families. This is True Life Investing. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on building ourselves, investing into ourselves. We're going to build our own wealth and make our futures brighter for ourselves and those around us. So it doesn't matter, you want to take some extra change and change your life. It doesn't matter if it's $1, $2, or $5. You want to get to a point where your money is working for you. Your money is growing and making more money. So don't wait on me, don't wait on anybody else. Get you and start off with free money. You can start by investing. Go with Webull or Robinhood. With Webull, you're going to get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850 when you sign up with them and make a deposit. And with Robinhood, you can get up to $500 in free stocks. But these are investing platforms, and it gets you going in the right direction to building some wealth and having your money work for you. And again, sign up with both. It's free. You get 4 free stocks. You can go ahead and just sell them. Take that money and run with it, or you can let that money grow and make you more money. Those links are down in the description, so please check that out and let me know which free stocks you get whenever you sign up. This is Joe with True Life Investing. Until next time, peace out.